Turn up the volume, wake the crowd. F'nAround, stop the day. Rats and raves, we got something to say.
Good morning and welcome back to F'nAround in the morning. It's today's December 16th and you're sitting here with your co-host Joe.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. It's JJ, baby.
What's going on, buddy?
Man, dude, you know, Mom's B-Day. We did some Santa Claus this weekend, a ton of music stuff. Yeah, it's been a hell of a weekend again, dude. Hell of a weekend.
You're going to love this shit, right? So, you know how particular our moms are, right? So,
Yes.
for Mom's birthday, she's talking to Ryan and I. Well, me first, right? And I go to her, so what do you want for your birthday? Where do you want to go for dinner? And she goes, all I want is a burger. I'm like, really? Just a burger, right? She goes, yeah, I just want a burger. I'm like, okay, fine. So I reach out to Ryan. We're going back and forth. And he picks this place called NADC, right? Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it, never been there.
It's called Not a Damn Chance. And it's a burger place right over on like 400 some North Milwaukee, right? It's sitting right over there. It's the one with like this underground sushi place below it, right? So we go to the place, we get there. The menu has a burger, add a second patty, fries made in beef mallow, or like beast fries where they add like, you know, jalapenos, pickles, cheese, all this stuff. And she looks at the menu. Right. And she looks at the menu, she goes, am I being punked? Like literally like disbelief. Like she's looking for appetizers, she's looking for a full menu. The whole menu is just burger or fries. Like nothing else.
Burger, beast fries. Burger, right. Beast fries.
Nothing else. Not a thing else. And she thought like we totally messed it up and did it. But don't get me wrong. She ate the burger and she thought it was like delicious. It was an absolutely delicious burger. And I'll say so myself. It was probably a top burger for me. Like didn't expect it as much. Ryan did a great call with it. But can you imagine seeing your mom's face going to a restaurant to get a burger? And it's like a gourmet burger, but it's still like the whole menu is just a burger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking but I bet you like the burger was out of this fucking world.
Absolutely out of the world. It made me think of Raising Cane's, you know, that one love. If you do one thing good, stick with it.
Yeah.
Same
100%.
Same concept. Speaking of Raising Cane's, you see they're opening Raising Cane's over by the Portillo's on Taylor?
What?
Yeah, they're opening Raising Cane's right by the Portillo's on Taylor.
Ooh. Man, look they're gonna have everything in that neighborhood soon, dude.
Oh,
What's
exactly.
crazy is they got rid of all the good shit though. So all the good shit fell off. All the good Italian places and shit like that, and now all these these franchises are taking over.
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw on TikTok. Thought you'd get a kick out of this. They did a sandwich competition or whatever, and Fontano's took second. I don't remember who was first, but I went through the whole list and I saw Fontano's made second. They did they bought all the subs from all the well-known places, and Fontano's took second in the city. Diamato's, Graziano's, all of them were like 8, 9, 10, 11. You guys took second.
Yeah, you know that that's a touchy fucking subject.
But I know, but it's still the name. I got to let you know the name took second.
Yeah, but you know the name.
It would have taken one if you didn't change the bread or the recipe, right?
It would have been one if they would have had me in the store instead of fucking me and my family out of it and having me work there for 2.5 fucking years to kick me the fuck out like I'm some fucking leper, them fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah, you know who could solve that problem?
Yeah, I do. I do. I do. Yeah, and one of these days, you know, I was actually going to talk to you about that this week. One of these days, I would like to give people a little bit of a background about that situation because I had a couple people reach out to me and be like, man, are you a part of that Fontano family with the sub place? And, you know, it's such a fucking shitty thing because you want to say, yeah, right?
Right.
Because I'm proud of my grandparents, right? I'm proud of them. But, you know, obviously they got their piece of shit son, Neil, who went and tore apart our fucking family over a couple bucks. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the money wasn't even there. And then on top of it, fuck the money, right? So you drove my grandfather's store into the ground. And, you know, they only get that second place because of the name, dude. You know that. What happened the last time you ate a Fontano sandwich, man? You told me.
Yeah, not a fan. It definitely changed.
I mean, and it's not saying that like it's just some shitty fucking sandwich because it's definitely not that. But
they didn't even put Conti on the list. If it tells you about the list, by the way.
Yeah, see, the list goes by name because that's one thing that nobody knows is nobody, unless you're from the area for real or had family from that area, nobody knows about Conti. But literally, Conti makes the best sandwich in the city.
Fuck, hands down, hands fucking down.
I mean, JP Graziano is a super close second. And then even D'Amato's. So D'Amato's makes a really good fucking sandwich.
Oh,
I mean,
I love how they do the vodka sauce with their chicken parm.
Oh God, yeah, dude. Angela's fucking been dying for D'Amato's, man. That's the one thing that I could tell you is like the worst thing about living down here is that there's absolutely no food like Chicago.
Yeah, you
So
got Subway.
fuck that. Fuck that. Last time I was in the city with you guys, I ate 2 Conti sandwiches in the same fucking day. I make sure I get my fucking fill in of a good sandwich when I'm fucking coming back here.
So, and it's kind of funny though. Like when I go to Continent, I don't like do that. I love getting their octopus salad. Or like when I go to Diamato's while I'm waiting for them to make my sandwich, I go next door to Bari and I pick up an octopus salad. There's just something about that octopus salad that I love. It's just kind of like,
Ange is a super fan of that stuff too.
Yeah.
Not me so much. I'm not a fan, but Angela is a super fan.
And if I'm doing the deli meat sandwiches, not the hot meatball or the chicken parm, I use that instead of jardiniere. Like that oil with the octopus. Like I do that
so
little octopus.
You use the octopus salad as your crunch because that's what the jardiniere's there for. The jardiniere's there for the crunch.
Right. I do it for the crunch. But it's a little kind of like a rubbery texture crunch, but it's kind of like a nice, like, think about that flavor.
I bet you the flavor's insane, especially
amazing.
When you get an Italian, right? So obviously you're with the fucking, is it the Italian with the salami, capicola, all that?
More like the Blockbuster by you guys.
Oh, you like all that shit?
I love it all, man. Well, nowadays, don't forget, when I get the thing, I take it out of the bread and I eat it with a knife and fork.
So you got a method to your madness. That's how your sandwiches come out so goddamn good. You've got like a method that you broke down into eating a fucking sandwich.
Exactly.
Dude, I miss it. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm super proud of my family. Congratulations for getting second place.
Right.
But there's a really touchy subject there that we're definitely gonna dive into.
But you're also not on TikTok, so I wanted to at least let you know that was there.
Yeah, that's great, dude. But low key though, in all honesty, if you want to get the true Fontano's experience, right? What I have to tell you is if you're listening, slide to my cousin in Hinsdale. My cousins Joey and Dominic, right? They have literally taken my grandfather's situation and how he did things. They took it over to Hinsdale, bro. And I mean, a lot of ups and downs with them too, but when it comes to running the business and staying true to the name, right? My uncle Dominic has done whatever he can to teach his children to do that. So my cousins Joey and Dominic, they do very well. If you want to get a true Fontano sandwich, like if you're looking for that meatball, right? That meatball is not the same no more at the one on Polk Street. And don't think I'm just saying that. I made them. I worked there. I ran it for 2 years. You cut too many corners and everything changes, right? So I understand things are expensive, but you still need to get that quality meat and stuff in there. Otherwise, the quality and the sandwich changes. The bread needs to be consistent. People don't understand a sandwich isn't a sandwich without the bread, right? So the bread is what makes it, where you get that bread.
And a lot of people now get it from Diamato's. Have you noticed that? See, like even Conti gets it from Diamato's.
Yeah, we even pitched it to my uncle, right? When I worked there, because the place that he's using, I'm not going to put him on blast because they're all through the city. And the guy that does it, he doesn't have consistency with his bread. So it kind of fucks the situation up. But we even talked about Diamato's Bakery, right? Using that. And they were so against it because you've got this thing like, oh, well, it costs more. Listen, I know it costs more. But if Papa was here, Papa wouldn't want nothing besides that type of bread ever since Ganella left, because you can't get Ganella bread no more. And Ganella is what we used our entire lives.
Yep.
So, and just so you know, just a little insight, everybody, if you eat a Jimmy John's sandwich, you're eating Ganella bread. So that's their frozen division is still out there. So Ganella still does their frozen division. You just can't get fresh baked bread. No more.
So are you telling everyone to go buy the bread from Jimmy John's and then go put it on actual subs? Take the meat from other places?
Yep. That's exactly what, I mean, that's what we were going to do. We were going, you know this, dude,
yep.
When we were opening up the deli down here, we were going to get the frozen par baked bread, bake it ourselves, and use Ganella bread because, and we actually got a box from Ganella. Shout out to Molly Ganella from Ganella. She sent us a box. And dude, you remember the sandwiches from when my grandfather was alive, dude. We made the sandwiches down here with all high quality meats. We made sandwiches at home with the bread.
Yeah.
Fucking identical, Joe.
Nice.
Fucking identical. So, if you go to Jimmy John's, you're eating Ganella bread, everybody. Just so you know. Don't
That's
let Jimmy John's fucking fool you. It's not.
They saw a good thing and they took it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you got to do. And that's why I hear a lot of people say, like, oh, I like Jimmy John's. I like Jimmy John's. Well, I don't like Jimmy John's meat, right? I don't like it. I've seen it. It's fucking floppy and fucking weird and slimy and shit, and it's cheap, right? But the reason why they get such a good feedback on it is because of the fucking bread. The bread is what makes the sandwich.
Yeah.
The Sammy is the bread. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for telling me. I appreciate you letting me know that. But they can all go fuck themselves. Besides my cousins.
And this is why I told you on the air.
Yeah, they can definitely all go fuck themselves. And I know you fucks are listening. So if you guys are listening, you guys fucked up. I'm telling you right now, we had something nice going over there before Neil's dumbass kicked me out of the situation and kicked my dad out of the situation. But yeah, and you can also find that. You can find all that info. It's public information. That store is not ran correctly. Health code violations up the ass, all types of shit. So yeah, I put you on blast, you fucking prick. But let's dive into something a little bit more important here, right? So I had a good call with Prentice this morning.
Nice. How's he doing?
Prentice sends his love, dude. You know, I mean, him and my...
I saw him active on our YouTube. I've seen him giving us some thumbs up and some love on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, dude. He's dude. The spirits are amazing, bro. The way his headspace is right now is so positive. But you know, like we still can't get to this. We still can't get the government in California to even take a peek or reply to anything. So,
gotta keep saying his name.
It doesn't discourage him, though. I'm telling you that right now.
No.
He gave me a couple good ideas, which I'm going to run past the music side of things because there might be a way for us to get actually inside and actually get in their face, right?
Yeah.
So he gave me a couple ideas. He gave Phil a couple ideas this morning, and we're going to get on top of that. But dude, great spirits, man.
And I'm glad. I mean, and those words are getting around about Prentice. I mean, look. County here wants to get us in there now because of that.
Yeah, dude. Hey, bro.
And not to take away from Prentice,
you shall receive.
And it's not to take away from Prentice, but it means people saw it and they're seeing what it's doing. And even though it's not changing anything yet, it's making noise. And all we promise to do is make noise. We can't promise to change the situation, but we don't stop barking. Yeah. We don't stop biting, and we don't. No, we're just going to be here loud as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to stop. And Joe, shout out to you guys over there, man. Thanks for locking that in. Joe knows how important it is for me to try to help some of these people that are in prison due to my situation and what that did to me in my life. So Joe and his team over there made it a point to get in that direction for me, and they did it with a quickness. So we're not going to release too much information on air today, but just so you guys know, just be ready to see
James is going back to prison
the right way. I'm in there, baby. I'm in there, and I get to walk out. But you know what I'm saying? It's good to know that I'm gonna have the opportunity to talk to some of these guys, man, and let them know that like you can do it. I mean, look at what we've accomplished in such a short period of time. Got one of the fastest growing entertainment companies in the Chicago game right now. We have such an amazing media situation. I couldn't ask for more right now. I really fucking couldn't. You guys are really putting a lot into this, and I appreciate you and Brittany, right? So make sure you let her know. Thank you, Brittany. I know you're watching. You're the best, and I'm glad you're on my team because I'm scared of you. So
people have been saying that about her since grade school.
Dude, I told her that on LinkedIn. I had to tell the world, like, listen, I'm glad you're on my team because I'm fucking scared, dude. I'm not going to lie. I'm fucking scared of you.
If you knew her in high school, Mean Girls was made after her.
Oh, so it's really her biography.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except she doesn't get hit by a bus.
No. You know who's going to get hit by a bus?
A lot of people we know.
No, I can't say it. I was going to say it, but they're already listening. No, We're not going to do that, James. We don't want to get arrested. So yeah, Prentice doing great, dude. He, like I said, he sends his love to everybody, and sends his, holiday wishes and everything. So, I think what we're going to start doing is if you're catching this, me and Phil talked this morning, I think we're going to start running that again. Yep. Phil wants to run it a couple times a week. because obviously, and he told me to do this, which is why I'm doing this. Phil knows y'all are listening, right? We looked at it again today. Y'all been tapped in for 5 hours.
So you know what I think we should do, and run it by Phil and run it by Tink, but we should cut out the beginning part and the end part where you and I sit there and talk, and just make it the Prentice thing, and just keep dropping just the Prentice without.
Yeah, that's actually an excellent idea. Yeah,
because then no one needs to hear you and I talking and making jokes about Maui and doing all this shit. Because honestly, that was part of the show, and it made how it went because we had no idea what was coming, and we wanted the audience to understand what we were doing, what was going on. But now that people knows what that happened and how it happened, you don't have to sit there and tune in and just us talking to start. We should just start dropping the Prentice interview and having him go.
cut it and make it fit perfectly.
I'm just saying it on air. I think that's a great idea, and if you're okay with
I think it's a great idea. I think Phil's really going to like that.
Yeah, I think you have Tink cut the beginning and the end of it and just drop Prentice on there.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
And then maybe even next time you get on the phone with them over the recorded line, you record him saying his own intro to it, or is it his own outro?
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. Yeah, these are great ideas. Yeah, so and thank you again, everybody, for showing him love and support, just like you guys show us on a daily basis. We appreciate it. We promised him that that's what was going to happen, and we knew you guys would support that way. So thank you, everybody, for doing that. Yep. And
if you don't keep supporting us, Ryan's going to take his job.
Yeah, dude, you guys got to stop letting these people look like they're going to take my fucking job, man. Start dropping comments and ratings and shit and telling everybody Joey can't get rid of me. Please.
that voice, though, of his, though, man, right?
Yeah, and then doesn't he have to go and do another fucking
He has
surgery?
to do another one, but he said maybe about 30% increase. He went from not being able to taste anything to actually getting flavors now. He hasn't had any taste for like years because he got COVID. He lost his sense of taste. Like he could literally drink like anything and not taste it. That's why he loves Malort so much, because it gives him some flavor.
Well, there goes the Malort. Now you're going to taste 30% of that, and that's enough. That shit's disgusting. That shit's fucking nasty. That shit's fucking disgusting. So good luck to you, Ryan. Now you're going to taste it. There goes your Malort days.
He still liked it, though. He liked it before he got sick. So he was always drinking Malort. It's just when he got sick, because it has such a wide variety of flavors, and it's so potent in its flavor, for someone with no flavor, it actually brings stuff out.
Yeah, it takes a special motherfucker to enjoy that shit, man. So
it's kind of like what people say about me, because my hard liquor drink was always Lagavulin. And it's like the peatiest, like strongest, hardcore scotch. Super smoky, super peaty. And they always made the joke, if you drink Lagavulin, I'm so sorry. Like something's wrong with you.
Yeah. So, and then, what's the fucking, trying to pivot a little bit here. What the fuck is the situation with these drones, and what's your take on it? I got my boy DT. You know what I'm saying? My boy Donald Trump's calling for people to shoot him down.
Oh, I definitely would.
Well, I definitely would too. But I think I would like to know what I'm shooting down first, because if you didn't see
my future baby mama,
we're gonna get to that. We're getting to that right there. So I seen this guy shoot down a drone over his house, right?
Right.
And it ended up being a Walmart drone, a Walmart delivery drone, right? But this guy gets hit with a $5,000 bill, right?
Right.
So if you were telling the American people what's going on, then maybe they wouldn't feel the need to call to arms and start shooting things down. The fact of the matter is you guys aren't letting people know what's going on in our country. You guys are keeping everything a fucking secret. And now you got people like Donald Trump, for example, who are saying, listen, man, shoot them motherfuckers down. What the fuck are you thinking, right?
Yeah.
You guys are the American people. And then, it is a little bit drastic, right? Because we don't just want people shooting things out of the sky, right?
The bullet's got to come down somewhere. Remember.
Exactly. And
so, no matter what happens, if you're shooting up, unless you're over the water, right, or near the coastline, if you're shooting up somewhere, that bullet's going to fucking come down. And you don't know what the fuck is going to come down on.
Yes. So and now this kind of ties it into our boy a little bit, right? So you're forcing Americans to feel that they have to do these drastic things. in order to get a response from you, which is hence why the United Healthcare guy got clipped with a suppressor. This is what he felt like he needed to do to get a response from the American people and the American government, right? So now you won't. What's up?
I was going to say, and you see how much money he risked to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. So now,
wait,
now
by
you
the way,
got the
shout out to our boy. I did get this for us.
Ah, look at him go, dude. Hey, it's a me, a Mario and Luigi.
Let's get it. Let's get it. It's Luigi time.
It's a Luigi time.
You just got Luigi.
You just got Luigi. That's fucking amazing. That's fucking amazing.
I had to.
But now,
when we shout out to our boy Luigi, or we talk about some lovely CEOs, we should.
And listen, yeah, you're still a fucking psychomaniac, right? So don't think that when we say our boy, that means we're fucking sitting here saying you should have clipped, dude. You're still a fucking idiot. There was such a better way to do this, bud. But
you had like $30 million fucking dollars. You didn't even have to get your hands dirty.
and you know, but what you're doing is you're seeing the American people feel that this is the way that we need to go about doing things in order to get a response, right? So now you got people saying they're going to shoot shit out of the sky. You got people shooting people and killing people, which is now set precedent, right? I just talked to my mom about this morning, right? What are you going to do? I know Boeing's got this big issue, right? Hasn't Boeing had this big lawsuit going on for quite some time with all these things?
Haven't they always had lawsuits?
Yeah, right.
I mean, like,
so
if you're going to, I mean, how many times does a plane just drop out of the sky for no reason?
Yeah, so now what you're going to see is what? Does somebody think that they got to go assassinate the CEO of Boeing in order to get these lawsuits and
By the way, we're
settled?
not condoning shooting CEOs, but we are totally condoning with picking up a mic and talking shit about them and telling the truth.
Yeah, but what I am going to do is I'm going to point out how stupid fucking people are that they're forcing people to feel this way, though.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the way that things need to be done, but the fact of the matter is it's the only way things get done.
Yep.
So it's the only way things get done. You can go out and you can protest for 2 years. It ain't doing shit for you. Nobody cares.
Not a word. No,
but then you
they
go
don't even
out
look
and
at you.
you go out and you fucking and you shoot down a couple drones and shit like that, and you're getting responses and you get shit like that. But you know, I think that there's just a lot of craziness going on, and I think that the best way for us to handle it is in the best way possible, a lighthearted way, right? And I think that we should start exploring. I know you had mentioned, an alien dating app, right?
Yeah,
so,
I think it's a great way.
So I think that maybe we should see if we can get some connections, because we don't know until the American government tells us what these things are. They could be aliens.
Yeah, I honestly, I've thought about this. I've thought long and hard, and it's a great way for us to do our first combined thing with the F'nAround podcast. We create the dating app together. Mike will beta test it. He will go on there and see how the aliens receive us.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Mike's going to end up twisted up like a pretzel by a Martian.
Well, they could be Uranus, too. I mean, we don't know where they're from.
It'll be Uranus will be in his anus.
Pluto's got something.
Yeah. No, dude, it's just I mean, it's a crazy time that we're living in these days, dude. And I just wish that people would really take a step back, right, and understand that there is a better way, because I don't believe that anybody should have to lose their life or their money over the government keeping us in the dark and taking advantage of us.
No, but it's kind of like with this age of comics and heroes and everything. It brings you back to my favorite graphic novel of all time was always Watchmen. Did you ever get into Watchmen?
No, I didn't, but I'm familiar.
Yeah, so Watchmen, amazing. But a big quote in there has always said was, "Who watches the Watchmen?" Meaning that no matter what happens, who's overwatching the people that watch us. And I think that's what we're starting to see as a society. The regulators, the government officials, the people that are supposed to be protecting the people that oversee these giant corporations are turning a blind eye. So it's going back to the people to realize, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Maybe there's an issue. If the regulators won't step in, maybe it's time to send a message. And it's not right, and I'm not condoning it, but that's kind of what's popping in my head. The people are starting to realize no one's looking out for them, and the people that are supposed to are patting their fucking pockets and running trades in a back room because their fucking wife sits over there on the fucking hill and they know what to fucking trade on.
Mm-hmm. So, but Joe, how do you fix things like this, though, dude? What do you do, like a clean sweep of all the regulators and revamp it?
That's too hard. That doesn't help anything at this point. You're so ingrained in it's going to take a natural slow progression, but it's kind of hard to do that natural slow progression with how big it's gotten in, how much lobbyists, how much money goes in.
Yeah, but
and
Joe, so that means that only a civil war works.
And that's not what we're asking for, what we're saying, but something's going to blow up pretty fucking soon. And the way we're going, it's starting to look that way. And the rest of it,
but that's fucking sad, dude.
It really is
sad. Why the fuck does it gotta come to that? Why the fuck can't people just sit down and
money,
and
man? Nobody wants to give up their money, and that's the problem.
Yeah, but listen, I can tell you right now, I know how to make money and not be a corrupt motherfucker, dude. What does it take?
We know how to make money and be corrupt motherfuckers too.
Do I gotta run for some type of office, which also I'm not allowed to do due to my background, right? But do I gotta run for do guys like me gotta do it?
You might have to. Honestly, that's kind of the way it's going to have to go. Guys are going to have to stand up and put their head out, their own head on the neck. But the problem is, every time somebody does that, once you're in the system, you become part of the system, and then you get complicit.
So
everyone's always like, you can change it from the
setup.
Yeah, it's like you can change it from the inside, and then you get inside. It's like, by the way, if you take this money, you could pad your pockets here, and you can get money here. I mean, how many people actually left politics with less money than they went in?
And then if you don't take the money, you're blackballed, right? So if you don't take the money,
and you're a lame duck.
Yeah. Man, dude, I'm telling you, it's just it's a crazy time that we're living in, and people, we're gonna bring it all to you. We're gonna bring it all to you, and like we always say, I will make sure to say this every episode till I start getting more and more of it. Which also, just so everybody knows, I will get to your DMs. Right, the DMs have been going insane, so I will get to them.
And remember, his wife reads them as well, so stop sending dick pics.
Yeah, I don't want to see the penises, dude.
And he's not saying he wants to see the breasts either. Either way, she's going to get mad.
Yeah, either way, wifey's going in on you. So, I appreciate the response that we're getting, but what I'm not seeing is the people that we're calling out are scared to respond. What I'm getting a lot of is people that support what we're saying, right? So I'm not getting any disputes.
No,
I'm not getting none of that shit, dude. I'm getting a ton of support messages. So it's like, and these are regular people, mind you, right? So I'm not sitting here talking about like politicians and shit like that, right? What I'm saying is like, I'm getting regular people say like, hey, listen, you guys make a lot of sense. You know, it's a really funny way to do it. And James, you're kind of fucking crazy for calling out people the way you do, AKA you fat piece of shit from Illinois. But, but see, that's the thing. I'm not going to hurt nobody, nor am I going to break the law, right?
Been there, done that.
I've been there, done that. I'm not going to break the law no more. I'm going to respect the law, and I'm going to use the law to my advantage. And I'm telling you right now, you cannot tell me what I can and can't say.
All we're going to do is we're going to Trump you.
Ooh, message. I want to get these disputes though. I had this talk with Prentice. I want somebody from Gavin Newsom's office to try to dispute some of the black and white that I see, dude.
Right.
Some of the black and white that I see. So, you guys, I understand you guys all got your political careers, but we're just little guys. We're just little guys, dude. I mean, we're nobody important.
No, not at all. Nobody knows it. Half the people don't even know who we are.
Do to you? I can't fight you with money. I can't go band for band with you. Y'all got too much of that shit, right? And all of it goes to you anyways. So, but I will tell you that I will never stand down for what I believe in, right? I won't do that. And I love my country, and I believe that my country is on a very, very, very shitty path. So the support is amazing, and let's keep that coming too, though. Let's keep all that shit coming, man. What else we got going on with F'nAround? I understand there was some filming that happened this weekend.
Yeah,
right?
we finally filmed in. We did Friday and Saturday, filmed that night. We got Mike's whole background and story, and we started getting into Mo's. Not going to get into details because we can get people to go watch, but it was finally nice to see like what brought Mike to where we're at, and you'll get what Mo's going at. Kind of give a little more personal touch to who everybody is and what's going on, because as they've said, my story has been out there over and over. I've never sat down and done the whole story. I take piece by piece by piece, but no one really knows about their story. So they're starting to go in on that too, which is a nice little way. That's
awesome.
Yeah, which is which bringing it back to what you said in the beginning, might not be a bad way for you to get your story out there too. You sit with them and we go through a round robin.
Yeah, we
Ty
will.
Forza.
We will.
Let's get
Yeah, we
everybody talk
definitely
together.
will.
Because your
Yeah.
story is not going to sit in a one spot morning show either.
Oh no, yeah, we definitely will. See, when I do that, right? I mean, and anybody, you're more than welcome to go and Google me, right? My shit still pops up. Unfortunately, it's never gonna go nowhere. So I'd like to get my lawyers from that situation involved because I'm not gonna lie, dude, that was probably one of the most fucked up times, and not necessarily the action. Let's say that was always going to be one of the most fucked up things that's ever happened to me. But I'm telling you, that fight, man, dude, that fight for vindication, right? It really did something to me. Some of the darkest times of my life, dude. And we will definitely, but I want to save that for something special with you, them, the guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to save that for something special with them, dude.
You are the epitome of fighting the system and watching the system fuck around the little guy.
And dude, I'm telling you, man, it was.
And I can say you're the little guy because I'm still looking down at you. And we're on the same, financially we're on the same level, but physically I got like a little bit on you.
Yeah, there's not very many people that I'm bigger than. Let's put it that way. So yeah, we're definitely gonna touch on that eventually. But it's crazy, like you said, dude. I don't want to, I don't want to get on that right now, dude, because we're having such a good weekend. We had a bunch of studio sessions this weekend. Shout out to my boy Smokey Dollars, man.
Nice.
Dude, I'm telling you, Joe.
How did the Tino interview go?
Tino has not done it yet.
Okay.
Tino still got a tickle in his throat.
Okay.
And he's been coughing a lot, so we're keeping him a lot of water, a lot of orange juice, stuff like that, so that we could get him situated.
So he's getting the deeper voice now, so he's going to replace you.
Oh man, dude. I hope. See, listen, that's somebody I hope replaces me, right? That's who I did all this for real, dude. I can't wait.
Yeah, you know what's going to end up happening? Your son's going to replace you, and my dog's going to replace me. And we're going to be sitting there like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we're gonna be bitches, dude. They're gonna have us getting their coffee and shit, and my son's gonna be telling me, "Dad, I need you to get my dry cleaning and all that." I'm not gonna matter no more. We only got like 5 or 6 years before he takes this whole bitch over. So, he loves the business, dude. He loves the business, and he knows what it is. So, like I told you yesterday, we were gonna start talking to him about what an interview is, right? Because I don't want him to be shy on camera. So what I think we're going to do is because he knows who you are personally, right? He already knows Joey, right? So what I think I'm going to do is just do like a couple fucking around interviews, right? Yeah. Where he gets to talk to Joey, and then he'll get the concept, because you'll know how to lead him, right? Yeah. So you'll know how to teach him while still showing him what an interview is. Yeah. And it'd be nice. So we talked about that a little bit last night. He's super excited. He thought he was doing it this morning. So when he heard Dad was filming, he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll get ready." I was like, No. This is a little bit different, but we're going to get you in tune, because I definitely don't want to be talking about the shit I'm talking about in front of my kids.
Right. Don't blame you.
Yeah. So, especially fat fuck. Which is also for everybody new tuning in. If you hear me say fat fuck, it's that piece of shit that's destroying our state in Illinois. Governor Pritzker, good old JB Doughboy. He's a fat fuck. But yeah, so everybody also.
By the way, Tink, I want you to start clipping every time he says that, and I want one giant video of him just saying
a fat fuck contemplation.
Yes. And then let me see if I can talk to the fuck around and see if we can remix it for her.
Beautiful. Ad-lib the fuck out of it.
Make it James' first release.
Nice. Yes, I'm gonna be at a song. Yo, tell them when you talk to them that I had somebody reach out to me from Poland. A producer in Poland asked me what fuck new era Cannabis was. And I was like, well, if you have a little bit of time, I will love to dive into that with you. And I got to give him a little background about what you guys, what you and your friends over there have mastered. And he was very, very, very impressed. So, huge props to them, dude. That's fucking awesome.
You did say when it first dropped, you're like, this is going to make it underground in Europe.
Oh, yeah. And it did, dude. Berlin loves the song, dude. So Berlin, Poland, right? We're, You know, they're all over the place. So the music has just been going excellent, though, dude. We had 2 studio sessions this weekend. I think we're having another one tonight. Mr.
Nice.
Big Ol's working on his project, his mixtape that's going to be coming out. It's just been such a positive weekend, dude. I love to see the progression, and I'm learning so much, bro. I got in touch with my boy. I got in touch with my boy at Insanity Records, Nashay, right? Shout out to him. And he's got so much going on that just by spending some time on the phone with him, I've learned so much about becoming a music executive, right?
Yep.
So I'm thoroughly enjoying. Like, dude, I've never been so happy to be stressed.
I will
what I'm
tell you
saying?
this though, give it another year, and you might end up starting to look like me, because then see, I got all the why it's so short, because it went gray from the stress.
Oh, dude, I'm getting it here. And obviously the listeners and viewers can see I got bags under my eyes. I literally hung up 2 conference calls before filming this that were an hour apiece. My phone doesn't fucking stop till 2 a.m. Smoke Doll is like, dude, when you're on FaceTime with him, watching him cook up, right? Man, you don't want to get off, dude.
Right.
So
That's like an experience.
dude, it's so nice, and the artists love him. So we're really getting we have a couple things in the works with him right now. So it's just been such an amazing experience this weekend, dude. And I'm so proud of us. And I say this all the time, dude. I'm always one of them lovey-dovey dudes, man. I'm so proud of us, dude. To think of where we came from in such a short period of time. I've become like this with Stunt Taylor, right? So me and Stunt are like brothers. It's crazy. I mean, we fucking send pics back and forth of our Bath and Body Works purchases, because just so everybody knows, we're like in love with Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, I don't even know how to comment on that one.
Hey, listen, man.
So
It's none of your business.
So I'm an Irish Spring guy, just Irish Spring.
No, dude, that's horrible for
That's
you,
all.
dude.
That's all I ever do. Irish Spring.
No.
I've done just Irish Spring. I shaved Irish Spring. I washed Irish Spring. I only use Irish Spring.
Why? That's the worst
Always.
soap in the world.
I don't know. I've always liked it.
I gotta send you some new bars, dude. And listen, I know why you like it, right? I know why, but what Irish Spring does to your skin is horrible. I'm gonna send you a couple different bars that you can substitute and switch them out, and it's basically like the same thing. But Irish Spring is horrible for your body, dude.
I've always liked it. I've had very sensitive thing with allergies, and it's just one of those ones that I caught that.
Yeah, Tressa has the same situation. So yeah, she can only use certain bars of soap, but I could tell you Dial is one of the top bars. Dial antibacterial, yellow bar only, not white bar. Yellow bar only.
Yeah, I remember the yellow bar. I never liked the smell of it.
Yeah, but it's one of the best bars of soaps. I'm telling you, one of the best what it does to your skin. So what I'll do is I use that, right? I don't like shaving cream.
This show went in a direction I never thought it'd go.
Yeah, dude, fucking crazy.
Yeah. I just realized we're sitting here talking about soap.
You know what? Actually, yeah, we got to reverse. This is a phone conversation.
Yeah.
Our bad.
Yeah. I'm sitting here like, how dare we talk about soap on this show?
Yeah, dude, our bad. Sorry. Yeah. Pivot. Okay. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fucking dive back into what we what we really want to talk about right now is we got there's been some good movement and some bad movement in the cannabis space in Illinois. So as everybody knows, Joey's situation with New Era, right? Obviously, if you guys don't know, feel free to check anything out. He's very, very fucking public about it. So
and vocal to everybody's upset.
Yeah, there's nothing you can't find. Yeah. So if you want to dive into what is exactly going on with that, but there's some things going on in the space in Illinois right now pertaining to the DOJ, Delta 8, New Era. It all kind of ties in together. So why don't you let them know what's going on, buddy?
Oh, it's absolutely hilarious, like what's going on. I mean, you and I have been talking about Delta 8 and how they're trying to change it and how Sam was talking about what it's coded for. I mean, Pritzker on Friday did a whole press release talking about how he's going to go in hard on it. He's going to change it. He's going to stop it and talking about it's hurting the kids. The brands are too close. But yeah, there's a couple people doing it. But here's where it gets interesting, right? He's not stopping the importing of it. He's not stopping other states from sending in their hemps and their Delta 8s. He's just stopping the producers in Illinois.
Wait, so explain that some more, because I know
So
there's going to be some people
right.
that don't understand how you can do that.
So he's not saying you can't buy Delta 8. There's no rules. They're fighting it yet. They're not saying they can't do it. They're trying to break down on the people producing it. So the entrepreneurs in the state making it, he's going to start going after a start. Yeah, maybe down the line, he's going to start going after people bringing it in. But it's almost like saying, hey, you know what? We're not going to allow you to make electric cars anymore, but we're going to let China ship them in. So you could, in Indiana and Michigan, it doesn't matter if you're making it. He's not telling the stores yet they can't sell it. He's just saying you can't buy it from Illinois because I'm not going to let you make it there. So yeah, it could be part of a greater scheme, but the way it's being set up now, it's all set up to protect Big Canna, right?
And it's set up to cut out guys like Ty and Sam, right?
Correct.
Just for example, right? I'm sorry for putting you guys on blast, Ty and Sam, but I fucked with you
blast.
the
It's
wrong
just like put him out as like
pinnacle. You know how you know.
Yeah.
But with those types of relationships, dude, you know, Ty and Sam, they've worked very hard, to get where they're at in that space, dude. And I'm not saying like they've got like some but it's just the blood, sweat, and tears that they've put behind
to get to where
your
they
local
are.
weedmen and prohibition, dude. That's been a lot of work. So what this setup is this setup is a squeeze to squeeze out guys like him, right?
100%. Squeeze out guys like him and squeeze out all the people who couldn't afford the licenses and the lobby fees to get where they're at.
So then what they'll do is, and I'm just guessing, right? So correct me if I'm wrong. So then what Fat Fuck will do, right, is he'll squeeze out as many of the little guys that he can, right?
Yep.
And then what he'll do is he'll revamp the laws so that the bigger players can't get squeezed out. Is that usually how that works?
Yeah, not only that, like what they do then is they start allowing the same things the little guys that were allowed to do with the no licenses. They'll start allowing the big guys to do it, upgrading their facilities and expanding. So if you're in a field with a lot of empty space, then all of a sudden you can have a certain amount of field for hemp and do a hemp product and sell the hemp product through the dispensaries around the market because you're already a licensed producer and are giving them the market share that we're going to the little guys to the big guys. But hey, what do I know? It's not like I see shit like this coming all the time.
Yeah, it's not like you did it. You
right, exactly.
It's not like you lived the situation. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
And another thing, quick point out, right? Because we mentioned New Era. Me and Joey talk about this a lot off camera, right? But Joey is fully aware the role that he potentially would have played and the role that he played in this at one point in time.
Oh yeah.
Right? So anybody, feel free to tell him to go fuck himself.
Oh, I tell myself every time I wake up and look in the mirror.
The difference is, though, here's the difference. Here's the difference, Joe, and this is where I give you your flowers, right? There was a switch where you were like, hey, this wasn't right. It wasn't right. And you know what? It took something drastic to happen. It had to hit home. Why did it do that? It affected your buddy.
Yeah.
It affected your friend. So this wasn't, you know,
my brother in arms.
Listen, that's what I was just getting there. This wasn't just some business partner met through a group of lenders that Joey knows because Joey's got a fucking Rolodex full of people in the space, right? This was somebody that he did his service with, right? This is somebody that he has an amazing personal relationship with. So it took that hitting home to get you to realize that, dude. And I'm telling you right now, it's admirable. That's the word I'm looking for. It's admirable because it sucks that it took that though. I'm going to tell you how it is. It sucks that that's what it took, but the fact of the matter is when that happened, you've dove in head first. Trying to fix your fucking wrong, dude.
And you see I'm dragging it all the way up to the state through every regulator. Look what I found this weekend. You saw it in my post, right?
Yes, I did. I'll be getting in touch with it after we film.
I mean, just to kind of give you a heads up, because I'm very transparent in public with everything that happens. I'm still in lawsuit with New Era for fraud, I have SEC violation reports filled out against them for fraudulent conveyance, for fraudulent valuations, for retaliation, for everything they've done. And we're literally suing them for failure to deliver information to us, failure to deliver financials, and for financial fraud while we're in this lawsuit with them that they've delayed giving us evidence for since July. And that the judge is now saying is due by fucking the 30th. Today, they have to give us the complaint response because it's finally closed. The judge dismissed all of their motions are dismissed with prejudice. Wonder what that says when you're being sued for tax fraud.
Pause. For everybody that doesn't know, when you get something dismissed with prejudice, because that is a thing in court, right?
Yeah.
So the words mean something. So when you get something dismissed with prejudice in court, that means you better not ever bring that shit up again, or you're going to be held in contempt of court. So, that means it means something. So I know a lot of people don't really understand that. So that's why, but keep going.
It basically means the judge says there's no way they can get this dismissed because there's actual validation here.
It means give us the answers.
Right.
We want the answers. We want the info.
It was also very clear that means you probably committed tax fraud because you refused to show your tax filings. So
yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Tell them, Joe.
But the issue is, so we're suing them for it. Today, they have to give us a complaint to respond whether they did commit financial fraud or they did do tax fraud and all that. And then with a Google alert over the weekend, I find out they're suing somebody else in a different county for an asset that we're suing them over for financial fraud and hiding financial information, not disclosing to us. A lawsuit over don't know what yet. But the issue is, it kind of validates the fact we're suing them for failure to deliver financial information or financial fraud to us, because you're suing somebody else in an asset we're a partner in and you didn't disclose it to your partners. I don't know about you, but doesn't it sound like a smoking gun that you just got caught doing the exact thing you're being sued saying you're not doing?
Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy, that whole entire situation. And another thing that what's this DOJ stuff, huh?
So that's where it gets interesting. And so Trump's group has made it very clear that starting next year when he takes over, he wants the DOJ to get rid of all corrupt governors, right? He wants to go hard on the states that are corruption. So if you've seen my posts and what I've been doing, I'm making it very clear that every Illinois regulatory party, the Financial Department of Regulation, the Department of Agriculture, all the way up to Pritzker himself, was aware of the tax fraud, is aware of everything New Era has been doing. I've called them out, tagged them, and posted them for months now on everything they've done, filed regulations, filed reports. And what is our best friend down there, James?
Oh, Fat Fuck?
Yeah.
What has he done?
Yeah, what has he done to all these filings?
Not a goddamn thing.
Right. So according to the federal law, when you go up to tax fraud and anybody regulatory party has turned the cheek the other way and looked away from it, what are they now?
Oh, they're in compliance, right?
Oh, they're complicit with it. Not only are they complicit, they're personally liable. So as we've been talking about how to fix the system, best way to fix the system is put a big bullseye on the people who are part of it.
Which
and if you're not willing, exactly. And if you're not part of fixing it, you're part of making it worse. So that's why.
And you know, that rule applies to us, right? So the same thing be like, man, dude. So if I'm
message,
man, dude, that is absolutely insane, dude. So how do people not notice this? And I'm not trying to knock anybody out there, right?
Fake PR.
But are you guys stupid?
When you do collabs and make like Jardiniere or something and just push the press down, people don't find it.
Yeah, but look, Joe, none of their collabs last, and we're not going to jump into that just yet because we still got a couple minutes we want to spend on this, right? But none of their collabs have lasted, and we're going to point out one that I know hasn't lasted that actually turned into something good, and I'm happy about it. But I haven't heard nothing about the JP Graziano peppers. I haven't heard nothing about none of that.
I mean, there's news articles and stuff going on being pushed out by them and tasting people talking about how great the product is. But I mean, Graziano stopped pushing it. I mean, somebody might have told him what he got in bed with because they probably failed to disclose it, which is another SEC violation.
And, you know, not another thing either. They got to be familiar with your family.
Oh, probably are. They
have to be. They have to be. So, you know, this is one of them situations now where they had to walk a bunch of shit back. They had weed collabs,
they're a great family too. And I love their food and I love their stuff. And that's why that's why when I started talking about it, I didn't say boycott them or go against them like I did at New Era in the beginning when we were talking about the Juan situation. I basically said I did it the R. Kelly situation, like Pete Davidson. Their food's so good. Just make sure when you do it, you know what you're supporting and support a good cause. You know, make up for the bad with the good. No worries. But you get it. Like, it doesn't make sense. But that's why it makes perfect thing when you bring it up. How do you fix it? The only way to fix it is to keep pointing and shining a light on it. So it's not like I'm not going after New Era publicly to change New Era.
Yeah.
I'm going after New Era publicly to show it's a systemic issue, top down, allowed in this state. Because unless they step up and do something, it's literally the state saying it's okay for them to do this, and we're allowing this to happen when their own rules and regulations state they should probably be in trouble, get fined, or get licenses revoked. But hey, what do I know? This is just my opinion.
Yeah, and if more people talked about it the way we are, then the issue would get out there more. So, you know, if like I keep saying, everybody, let's get in tune, dude. Let's talk about this. This is what we want to do.
we got a whole new regime coming in, a whole new regime coming with Trump and his team coming in, DOJ. And I'm pretty much sure, based on Tom Homan and what he's saying, Illinois is #1 on the docket for someone they want to talk to, really talk to. And they made it very clear to was it Brandon Johnson or whatever?
Oh yeah, my mom was just telling me this morning. There's more info about that shit now.
They made it very clear. It's either you get out of the way or we're gonna fucking go after you legally and criminally. So
yeah.
They're going to take no shit from the state of Illinois. So they want this state change. They want this state for the better. And hey, if I'm sitting here screaming about the corruption and fraud and showing that they're doing it in cannabis and we're trying to make it the cookie cutter thing for the whole country of how great it is, it's kind of hard to do it when someone's screaming about, hey, look how crooked it is. But what do I know?
Yeah,
we got to stop talking about bad shit.
Yeah, fuck all that. Everybody, listen, you can catch Joey's story, dude. Make sure you guys tap in. It's all through LinkedIn, and he is more than happy to take any calls about it at any point in time. So if anybody's interested in hearing more, giving their insight, please reach out to us. And let's dive into what New Era obviously fucked up, right? Because from what I can see is King Louis has
hats off, baby. We could go nice for this one.
Off. Yeah, King Louis has moved on. Shout out to King Louis, dude. He's really been putting in some work. I've been watching it. I know he's been kind of in tune with stunts slightly too. So shout out to King Louis with his new venture with Flora Arbor and Royal Tree Reserve, I believe it's called. I might have the name wrong, but he's connected with a craft grow called Flora Arbor, and I remember he had a collab with New Era not too long ago, but I heard the product sucked and it looks like it flopped. So we don't know the ins and outs of it. King Louis, if you hear this and you want to give us the insight on it, dude, I'd love to hear from you, but huge, massive shout out to him, dude, and getting in touch with these people. I seen the pictures of the flower. The flower looks better. The flower's got a way better look, so obviously it's probably grown better, probably used less bullshit, and it's probably not all moldy, because I understand that was a huge problem that New Era went through, was a lot of moldy weed.
Yeah, I wasn't there at that time, obviously.
Yeah, like I told you, Leaf has told us, like, Leaf could tell you by the smell. Yep. So, like, Leaf could look at weed and tell you if it's moldy or not. And it's my understanding that that's been a very, very, very serious problem with a lot of their product, right?
It's almost because they have it in with testing and they only test the products that they want tested, and then they just stamp it across. They pick and choose.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder when that's going to get fixed.
Oh, man, well, it's going to get fixed as soon as we can fucking do something about it.
Scream and yell enough, and somebody's got to either shut you up or find a way to fix it.
Yes, sir.
The point is, if we scream and yell enough, it's just to get someone else to listen and start screaming and yelling too. You get a lot of people screaming and yelling, then you got to do something about it.
Yeah,
you can't just listen. Sure. You got to share. You got to support. You got to get people to realize these are fucking issues.
For sure, yeah, dude. But yeah, huge shout out to King Louis.
Shout out to Louis.
I know he's working on some projects in the music space too. But I'm loving to see the fact that he got tapped in with a craft grow out of Chicago, I believe, and we'll bring you more on that too, because I want to dive a little bit into this Flora Arbor people and see what's to them now. Right. No. So you know how I'm coming, but yeah, dude, that's for our local thing, dude. I'm really glad that we got to get that in there though, because King Louis is a name that's like major in Chicago, dude. When you hear King Louis, dude, you think Chicago.
Well, it's funny because before you, I didn't think that for King Louis. You know what I thought when I thought of King Louis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I grew up on Disney. You know what I thought.
Yeah.
But it's a nice name recognition thing, too. That's why it clicks. And now every time I think of it, I go right to him. It was just, it's the nostalgia thing.
Yeah, it's the nostalgia thing, which, look, we were talking about DuckTales.
Yeah, I noticed it right away.
DuckTales, yeah. So yeah, dude, that was a great thing to see, dude. Everybody go check out his strand and his new collab with them. And, I mean, that was a great thing to see, dude. Thanks for pointing that out for me, dude. I appreciate that.
No, I'm happy to point them out. I love seeing people see changes. I love seeing people changing and realizing what they're doing. It's just I almost wish the politicians were like the people and realizing it matters who you get in bed with and who you hide or who you support or turn a blind eye to, because everything's going to bite you in the ass when someone's on a mic screaming about it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, everybody. So I think that's it for our show today, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we've touched on a lot. We got a busy week ahead. I mean, I got busy financial stuff and legal stuff going ahead. We got Christmas holiday stuff coming up. I mean,
Yeah,
you don't know what
holidays are coming up quicker than I fucking thought, dude. It's fucking crazy, but I'm super excited for them. And then I actually probably am gonna have some big news that I'll be dropping on air within the next 2 weeks.
Oh,
so,
that's amazing! I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to get that situated.
But as always, thanks for effing around in the morning. And I'm Joe.
I'm JJ, everybody. Have a great Monday.
Thank you for effing around with us in the morning.
See you tomorrow morning.
All right, see you tomorrow morning.
Effing around, start the day. Rest and rage, we got something to say. Feel the beat and energy rise. It's morning mayhem, no surprise. We're effing around, sun's up, it's true. Morning vibes just for you.
Sounds good.